Hello Game Makers, this is GameMaker Rob, and in this video I'll be showing you how to make some basic health bars with a couple of effects, as you can see on the screen now. Let's get started. So we're going to start off with a basic health bar. We're just going to be using the red and the green images for the first one. We've got a horizontal bar and a vertical bar. There's one really useful function in order to get the health bar effect, and it's the draw sprite ext function. Xscale or yscale, we're going to be using that to change how much or how far the green bar is drawn. We're going to draw the red bar at full scale and draw the green bar over the top of it. And the xscale is going to be used for the horizontal bar, and it's going to be a range from 0 to 1, and yscale is going to be used for the vertical bar. Okay, so we're going to draw a horizontal bar now. So create an object, we'll call it object GUI, and in the draw GUI event we're going to draw the red bar. For this we can just use draw sprite, and it's going to be SPR hit point bar horizontal, 0 is the red image, XXYY. Put a comment, draw red bar, and for the green bar I'm going to say draw sprite ext, SPR hit point bar horizontal, subimage 1 for green, XXYY, and we're going to type xscale. We're going to modify this in the step event. Whenever we take damage, xscale is going to be between 1 and 0, as I said before. Yscale is always going to be 1. Because for the horizontal bar we want the height to always be the same. Rotation 0, that's changing the angle. Color C white, we don't want to change the color, and alpha can be 1 as well. So there's no transparency in the image. So I just need to set up some variables. Set up XXYY. I will say XX can be, we should do it from left, we'll make it 0, and YY can be room height minus sprite get height SBR divided by 2. Because our sprite is centered in the middle, so we only need to take half of the height of the sprite away from the bottom to get, basically we can have the sprite sat in the bottom left. That's what these coordinates are for. And we need to initialize xscale as well. Xscale equals 1, and we might as well do yscale as well. And we'll say hit points equals 100, sorry, hit point current equals 100, hit points max equals 100, hit points min equals 0. Should be okay for now. Let's also put the object in our room. And we're just going to make sure it's going to draw itself first. I don't want a grey background. Let's make it white. Black, sorry. Okay, cool. So it's drawn in the bottom left, as I wanted. Now we're going to actually make it reduce. We'll have something say every time we press the space bar, we take a random amount of damage. Let's just set up some more variables first. We'll say damage max equals 20, damage min equals 5. And we want to make a step event now for this object. Okay, so we're saying whenever we press the space bar, we're going to get a number between 5 and 20. If our current hit points minus that variable is greater than or equal to 0, then just take it off the hit points. Otherwise, set our current hit points to 0, because it's going to take us into the minus figures, and that's going to start drawing our health bar the wrong way. And now that we've done that, we need to modify the xscale variable. So xscale equals HP current divided by HP max, and this is going to give us a number between 0 and 1. Let's just run the game. So every time we press space bar, we lose a bit of green, and that's it, we're dead. We're just going to add the vertical bar onto what we've already done. So in the step event, we're going to say yscale equals HP current divided by HP max. And in the draw GUI, we're going to move this into a region. I'm going to set up the XX and YY. XX is going to equal room width minus sprite get width SBR hit bar vertical divided by 2. YY is going to equal the room height we wanted to draw from the bottom. And then we're going to draw the red bar, so just copy paste this, to be honest. Change the sprite to vertical, and it should be subimage 0. And we want to now draw the green bar. We can copy and paste this again. Want the vertical bar, subimage 1, xxyy. X scale is going to be 1, and Y scale is going to be Y scale this time. And if we run the game, you should see both bars at the same time. Awesome. So now if you take damage, it displays on both. That's how to do a very basic health bar. It works, it's okay, but it's not very interesting. There are quite a few things we can do to make health bars more interesting. The first thing we're going to cover is a gradual diminishment of the health bar. The way we're going to do that, so we're going to create a new variable that's going to allow us to diminish the health gradually. We're going to call it HP temp. And it's going to equal HP current, which is 100. And in the step event, we're going to change the xscale and yscale to HP temp divided by HP max. And now we're going to say if HP temp is less than HP current, so we've taken damage, our health has gone from 100 to 80. Sorry, this should be greater than. So nightmare. Right, so we've taken damage, HP current has been knocked down from 100 to 80, and HP temp is still on 100. Then we're going to gradually reduce this variable. We'll say HP temp minus equal, I'll say 0.5. Hopefully that's not too quick. So let's run the game. So now press spacebar, and we've got a gradual reduction. I think 0.5 is too slow, to be honest. Okay, so now we are going to introduce the yellow bar into this. We're going to change xscale to xscale green. And we're going to have a second one called xscale yellow. And step event, xscale yellow will be the temporary one, and xscale green will be the original one. And the effect we're going to have is the green bar is going to shoot down straight away like it did originally, but the yellow bar is going to show the amount of damage that we just took. So let's go into the draw GUI event and copy the horizontal code for the green bar, paste it here. And we want subimage 2, xxyy and xscale yellow, and change the green bar to xscale green. So let's run the game. So now whenever we take damage, the yellow bar shows up and the green goes down straight away. So we now do the same for the vertical bar. It's going to be the same process. Let's copy this, paste it. Yscale yellow is temp divided by max, and yscale green is HP current divided by HP max. Create event. Initialize the variables, and in the draw GUI, copy the vertical green bar, paste it here. I want the second subimage, xxyy 1 yscale yellow we want, and here yscale green. Just run the game one more time. Make sure that's working. Okay, cool. Okay, so the next thing we can add is number display, just in case you want to see that as well. Yeah, the draw GUI event for the horizontal bar, draw numbers. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to draw the numbers. So for the horizontal bar, we're going to draw it on the right of the bar. So we'll say draw set color, C white, draw set H align, FA left, draw set V align, FA bottom, draw text. So XX plus sprite get width SBR hit point bar horizontal. YY can be the same, and we want a string of HP current. Now this, if you bear in mind, we're reducing the hit points by 0.5, so if we run the game, we're going to see the numbers reduce by halves, which is not what we want. Oh shit, it's the wrong variable. So we should be using HP temp, not HP current, sorry. Let's run the game again. You can see the numbers reducing by 0.5 every time. There's two ways to get around this. We can either reduce the numbers by a whole value, or we can just use the ceiling function. Basically, it just rounds the number to the nearest number. So 99.5 will be 100, 88.5 will be 89, etc., etc. So there we go. Obviously, the size of the text is a bit small compared to the health bar. How tall is that? 64. Let's just make a quick font. I've already made one. Let's make a new one. Let's change FNT numbers to make it 64. And then oops. We're drawing it in the wrong position. It should be ream height we want. So the next thing I want to show you is how to add a border to your hit point bars to make them look a bit more interesting. You can do all sorts. You can have like patterns and stuff like overlaying the bar, but I've gone for a simple diagonal design, and I've also been a bit cheaty because I've made the bits I don't want the player to see. I've made them blacked out like this, and all we're going to do is for the horizontal bar, you say draw border, draw sprite, horizontal, and it's the third image. Let's run the game. And there you go, a diagonal health bar. Okay guys, so we're going to leave it there for this one, and I'm going to make another video shortly showing you yet another kind of health bar. Check it out. Bye for now.